We're glad to have you here as we continue on this cloudy Thursday morning. I'm Chip Chapman. Amelia Greer stepping up to the plate here in just a few minutes. Stepping up right now, it's our friend Eric Tidmore with 1% Lists Scenic City. Eric, good to see you as always.
Good to see you, Chip.
In the overall sort of basis, tell me exactly what you do and where this 1% in your name comes from.
Yeah, 1% List says it all. We list houses for 1%. You know, we're a conventional agent, charges, 3, some of them in our market even 4%.
Right.
We've eliminated overhead. You get the same service. We do everything. We do drone photos. We do professional photos. All of my agents, they're some of the most experienced agents in town, including myself with over 1,200 transactions. You get the same or better service than you're going to get it anywhere else, and you're going to pay about a third of the price.
So why would someone go to a conventional real estate agent and pay them the 3 or 4% when they could go 1%?
I ask myself that daily, but a lot of times they have friends. They may go to church with an agent, and sometimes there's a personal connection that's hard to break.
What kind of houses do you personally enjoy dealing with most?
All of them. We, currently today with our listing roster, we have houses, from about 130,000 up to $1 million. We have 3 that are right around the $1 million mark.
Right.
But we view every client the same service, the same interaction, and fight the same to get the most money.
And once you get that battle completed, you have a shorter closing time.
That is correct. That is correct. A lot of the transaction is on the front end. Make sure you get a good contract. Make sure your timelines are as low as possible.
Sure.
Make sure you have a good lender. I get contracts in every single day, and I look at them and I can tell you, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem with this, or this out of the contract. And that's my job, is to advise you the best route to go on that.
What's one of the biggest problems you see on one of these contracts that leaves a little bit to be desired?
Probably lenders. A lot of people, they get online, they type, they get them an automatic pre-approval, they haven't been vetted, they haven't been through the process.
Right.
The best thing is to engage a local lender, and we have some just outstanding local lenders in our market. Visit with them, get your paperwork in line, get pre-approved. That way we go out, we look at houses, you're ready to pull the trigger when you find what you want.
With the market conditions being what they are now, is this a better time to buy, a better time to sell, or a good time for both?
I always say real estate's like a roller coaster. We're at the bottom of the roller coaster right now. We start to creep out of that maybe mid-January. By the 1st of February, we're rocking along pretty well. If you're looking to buy, right now is the best opportunity for concessions. And when I say concessions, maybe closing costs, maybe a title policy, maybe a home warranty. For a seller, it's a great time for us to look at your house. Let's get ready. Let's get a game plan, where we can market that house towards the end of January and get it on the market.
I was going to say, I imagine a lot of folks are going to put the whole house hunting, buying, selling thing on hold until after the holidays are over.
They do.
Now, how can that work to your advantage and to a prospective buyer's or seller's advantage?
Well, the seller clearly has an advantage right now because the inventory does start to drop when we hit this time of the year. Because everybody's like, I'm not going to sell my house. Nobody's going to come look at it.
Right.
Well, you still have people needing to buy a home. Well, if that inventory's dropped and in that particular area or subdivision, there's only a couple of houses, they have less to choose from. So that can be a clear advantage for a seller. The buyer, on the other hand, depending on what you're looking at,
sure,
you have a better chance to get a better deal.
You hear a lot of things in the financial aspect, the financial arena these days, like supposedly there's another interest rate cut on the way. How's that going to help the average home buyer?
Well, the problem with the interest, correlating that interest rate to your mortgage rate, it's a trickle-down effect. Because ultimately,
explain that. Give me an example.
Ultimately, your interest rate on your home is controlled by the bond market. Well, the bond market is going to respond to what the interest rate is, but it's a trickle-down effect. But we're seeing rates in the mid-5s right now, with some buy down, and that's an opportunity for a buyer. You can say, well, I want some closing costs, I want to buy down on my rate, and you can actually get a pretty good rate today. Historically, the rates aren't that bad today, but we just got accustomed to during COVID seeing some just almost free money.
Sure. Sure.
So that didn't help us.
Some of the real estate agents were cussing a lot during that particular point.
Well,
and it didn't matter if you were buying or selling. Everybody was kind of over the proverbial barrel.
Absolutely. Well, I was a listing agent, of course, as you know, on the Marquette team then, and I put a house on the market, and within 2 days, you might have, the most I ever had was 30 offers on a house.
Wow.
30 offers on the
And
house.
in roughly how long of a time span?
That would have been within 48 hours.
Holy.
Yeah, we would get to the point that where we were literally launching the houses on Friday. We were reviewing offers after an open house on Sunday, and it was, I mean, a stack of offers you had to go through.
Nice.
It was a good time.
Nice
It was a good
problem to
time.
have, wasn't it?
It was.
Again, doesn't matter whether you're buying or selling, residential or commercial.
Absolutely.
Why pay all that extra money?
There's no need.
I don't care how much you got. Why pay the extra money? Give us your website, Eric.
Sellforone.com.
Sellforone.com. All right, and our mega poll question of the day, brought to you by Eric and the gang at 1% Lists Scenic City. Are you gifting someone a house for Christmas? Yes, or what are you kidding me? Yes or no. It's quick and simple. Put your phone or your device over the QR code or do it through the website, wdef.com/vote now. Hey, Eric, good to see you as always.
Thank you so much.
Hope you have a very
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas. Stick around. We have got much more of Let's Chat right after this.